There's a multitude of layers of relationships here that have been important to developing this play, but as I mentioned earlier, you got to keep in mind there are 1,300 wells that have been drilled, and only 727 of those are producing. Now, some of those are probably in various stages of completion, but I would say the majority of those don't have access to pipe. So there's still a ways to go.
I'd like to touch on the issue of the landowner versus the producer, and again, 2015, high level. How do we see, or what do we see as far as some of the issues of landowner versus producer?
It was all about grabbing the land, getting as much as you possibly can. Who cares whether you can actually develop in that period of time? Someone will acquire it from you, right? That was Chesapeake's play to a large degree. And now it's very different. Now the midstream is what's all important, because you can drill these wells, you can have a great potential production out of them, but you have to get that gas somewhere. You have to get it through the pipelines to where it's needed. You need to get it into different sorts of facilities, the crackers, and so it's a race now to get the pipelines in. It's really important to companies like Gulfport to do that, and it's a bit challenging for attorneys because you have landowners now who learn from their brother in Pennsylvania about how much they can actually get for a new gas pipeline. We're talking in excess of $100 per lineal foot.
But it's a race. On the one hand, you have the pipelines that are being built to offtake the ethane. On the other hand, you don't put several $1 billion into building a cracker unless you know you've got the ethane to keep it supplied. And there's a mismatch in timing, or there has been. Actually, this current slowdown might decrease that mismatch in timing. It might bring the ethane supply on a little bit closer to when crackers would go online, which could be an advantage for those facilities in gaining the ethane they need.
I think what we're going to see now is a debate in terms of royalty calculation, transportation charges, line loss, and those kind of issues. I also think that water's a big issue. What we see is there's a need for everyone to have water to conduct the fracking, and there's a debate over who's entitled to what water and how much. And I think we're starting to see folks in the environmental arena use that as an entree to coming in and once again trying to shut down development. And that's, I think, going to be a very, very big problem in the future.